Hi, I want to say good morning, but it's actually noon, so maybe good afternoon, but it's still kind of morning for me. So, anyway, some of you might be somewhere where it's still morning. So, I'm going to just go with that. How's everybody doing? Let me know if you're here live. Say hi in the comments so we can chat. I would love to chat with you. We got a fun craft your stash today. I'm really excited about this. I pulled out some fun supplies, so hopefully we can really get into it and maybe make a little mixed media project, a little canvasy thing or something. I fixed my bangs there. So anyway, today for craft your stash, the prompt is chipboard. So that's really, encompassing a lot of things. It could be any size, shape, style, anything. And I got a couple fun ones for us to maybe pick out together. So that's going to be fun. And then the Carve December prompt is star. So again, can be interpreted any kind of way, but I'll show you my carving in a minute. And yeah, I think we're just going to get started. If you're here live, say hi. I'd love to chat with you. If you're watching the replay, just type #replay and let me know. And as always, let me know if you have questions or, you know what, I just realized I don't have my apron on and I'm sitting on it. So let me put that on really quick. Yeah, so anyway, let me know if you're watching the replay, if you have any questions or comments or anything about whatever we're doing. So, or really anything. This activity and this sort of thing that we're doing for the whole month is really about like getting your supplies out that you don't use very often and giving them a play, and then also refamiliarizing yourself, or maybe for the first time, with some things that maybe you bought it because it looked really cool, and then you're like, you got it home and you're like, ew, what do I do with this again? I don't know. So, and then instead of experimenting and playing, trying to figure it out, maybe you just put it away and was like, I'll do it later, and then never got to it. We all do that. I've done it for sure. So no shame or anything, but maybe get that thing out, and maybe play with it, maybe ask some questions. I would love to help you out. So good morning, Michelle, or good afternoon. Oh, it's morning for you still. I forgot you're an hour behind me, so great. Yes, happy Sunday, day 7. We're a week in. That's very exciting. So let me switch the camera. We'll get right to it, okay? Because we've got 1 hour, and I feel like this is going to be a really fun project. We'll just have to see how it goes. I am still drinking coffee because I have not been up very long. I had a horrible headache this morning, and I had a slower start. So anyway, so chipboard is today's prompt, and I have so much chipboard. I have, regular squares and rectangles or whatever, and those are fun. But I also have some other shapes, and I thought it might be fun to let the base or the substrate that we're going to work on be a fun shape. So I'm going to take both of these out of their packaging so I can show you a little bit better. And then you help me pick which one we're going to use, okay? Oh, I have to show you my stamp also. Hold on. So these are Park Lane. I got these at Joann's on clearance. Of course, they don't exist anymore, and that's a bummer, but anyway, we can still play with them. And this came with like a little ring, so you can make a journal or something out of it, but we don't have to use it for that either. So I'm going to put this aside, and then let's pick. Oh, what are we doing? I'll put it right here. Okay. So I've got these two fun shapes. Oh, Michelle, today's going to be interesting. The only chip art I have is left over from Christmas album kit. That's fine. You know what else you could do? Do you have an empty box of cereal or crackers or any kind of box board? That could be chipboard. I often use empty box board from food that we've had that is in the recycle bin, so that I don't have to even recycle it. I want to upcycle it and use it. And in the new year, I have a whole upcycling category that I'm going to be working on. We're going to be doing upcycling of recycled materials like cardboard, like junk mail. I'm also going to be doing upcycling with clothes and fabrics and like different things you can do with them. There's so many things you can do. being sustainable and in our world now is like really important. And so anyway, sorry, I got off on a tangent, but I'm really excited about it. I have a lot of plans for next year. I think it's going to be really fun and really like open our minds to different ways that we can reuse things we have in our house instead of throwing them away or even putting them in recycling or even donating them. Like donating is great, but what if you could use it and make something different that you can then use in your house and give it new life? So anyway, thanks for making that comment. That sort of sparked my brain there for that. And anyway, I think it's going to be great. So you're not limited is what I'm trying to say. There are so many options, and you probably had some crackers or cereal or something. You could use some chipboard from that, and then you can just cut it. You can cut it with a guillotine cutter or just your whatever scissors. If you have a Cricut or something and you have like the bigger blade, you could cut it out of there and make a shape. Lots of choices. Really quick, this is my stamp for today. So I did like a little starburst kind of star thing, and I did 3 of them, and this is what it looks like. So um, that's my carving for today we're going to use. So do you have a preference, Michelle, since you're here, on which surface we create on? Okay, I'm gonna have a drink coffee and give you a second to let me know if you want to. Otherwise, I'll pick. And then I also got out another bucket. Okay, so A or B or what, however, if you're already saying it, and I haven't seen it yet. If not, I'll pick. It's no problem. Look at this. Just the camera's really close, but this thing is full of goodies, and we're about to see them. This is my ooh. Okay, I might have to pull the camera back a little bit. See if we can see more. There we go. This is one of many, but this one in particular I love because there's so many goodies inside. This is fabric that's been dyed. Oh, you picked A, wonderful. Okay. These patterns in here, these are like old sewing patterns. They're very interesting. Some of them I want to scan and do stuff with, but I like them because they still have the tissue. So sometimes I'll tear some off and put it in the background of my project, as as just to have the lines and the words and stuff. So we have that. Okay. This is my little stash of like stuff I want to use on a mixed media board. So we're going to use this one because that's what you chose. This is a great choice. I love this shape. This is very unique and different. And I'm going to cover it with some gesso, and then we're going to make like a little piece of art on it. And so we can use like, these are beads. Let me show you. Right. And so we could glue them on and then paint them, and it could just be a circle kind of thing. I kind of like these. Maybe I'm going to leave these out. So I'm going to start pulling things out that are just interesting that we might be able to use on top of it. But don't think of it as the thing that it is. Think of what it could be. This is a moment. So I said today is interesting, and I'm excited that it's a Sunday because maybe we can spend a few extra minutes to finish this. But look at, oh, these flat beads. That might be interesting. Think of what it could be, not what it is. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh my goodness. Oh, these letters are great. I love the letters. Yes. So if you see something in here you want me to pull out, just shout it out. I need to move some stuff out of there. There's also some like textures and stuff in here. It's just like a smattering of all the things. Here's some buttons. We could use some of those. Let's see what else. This is an interesting chipboard pattern. I don't know if we'll use that, but you never know. Let's try. Let's bring it out just in case. I've got some, I think these are stickers or something. These are little canvas pieces in different shapes. Isn't this fun? Does anyone else have a box like this that just has random stuff? Let's see what's in here. Oh, these are buttons that were given to me and little, other little doodad things. We'll bring those out. Gotta love a doodad. Here's some of that tissue, pattern tissue that could be part of a background or something. Little wooden discs. I mean, look, little sewing spools of thread. Anyway, lots of stuff in here. I think I'm going to be good with what we've got. And yeah, so many goodies. I need to go through here and update it because there's even more. I have a few other bins with goodies in them. Let's see. One second. Oh, that's cute. Here's little metal like flower things. Aren't those cute? Anyway, okay, so we're good. I'm going to put the rest back unless if there's something else you wanted to use. Oops, we lost a ball there. Let me know. Just go with what we got. I'm going to cram it all back in here. And we're going to make a fun mixed media project. Now, this is going to be obviously layered and but yeah, it's going to be really fun. And I haven't done one of these in a really long time. And when I saw Chipboard as the prompt, I was like, oh, we can really go for it and have some fun with this. And it's also fun to get these random supplies out and then, you know, just have to sort of pick things on the fly and do it. So, okay, so here is our surface. I'm going to put the other one back and use that another day. Get a drink of my coffee. How's your Sunday going so far? Let me know. Okay, and I have my sprays here from yesterday, which will come in handy. And also, I found this random tray of goodies. And there's like a wow embossing powder. That's nice. Whatever. Oh, I might have to deal with that. This is like a white acrylic ink in a fine tip tube. We'll see if that still works. And then I have all this, oh my gosh, hot pink thread that actually needs to go in my sewing area. But anyway, I have all these infusion colors. Have you ever used these before? I love them so much. And I actually couldn't find them for a while, and some of them lost their little pins. So what I did when I got these are from Paper Artsy, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Paper Artsy. They have, I think, 2 different sets. I'm pretty sure they still sell them too anyway. But when you open it like this, it's, you know, it dumps out, like a lot can dump out. So I poked a hole in the lid. Let me show you. And just a tiny little hole, and then I put a color swatch on here so I would know what the actual color looks like. And so then I can shake it out of the lid and just that little hole, and then I put a pin in it to keep it from falling out otherwise. So that's what I do with that. But I kind of want to use these today and see how they work. Put these away. So yeah, it was just I was looking through my stash of stuff and I was like, ooh, illusions. I haven't used those, or infusions, excuse me. Anyway, so we could try to use those today. That can be fun. So what I want to do first, before I even gesso this, I want to get some of these elements out that are going to be stuck down, and maybe we can stick them down first and then go over all of it with gesso once. And then we can start adding color and different things and go from there. So sound good? So let's take out some of these letters. Oh my gosh, so many. So there's some really big ones. There's some like medium, smallish letters. And my goal with the letters is to like create a background kind of with it, and not necessarily to like spell a word. We could spell a word, but that's not generally how I use it. I also have 3D matte gel here. And that's what I'm going to use to stick all of this down. This is, if you're going to do a project like this where there's lots of like thicker or more substantial or even you know, heavier elements, 3D matte gel is my favorite by far. it's so, so good. It's from Prima and Finavere line, and of course, you know, Finavere, like, this is her world. This is what she does all the time. So you know that it's got to be nice and strong to hold all of the things that she does. So yeah, that's what I use. You know what? I didn't bring over some resin pieces. I kind of want to go get some, but they're in the other room. But let's start here. That resin would be the next layer. Let's see. Let's see what we're going to do. So now I just start playing. I kind of like this shape. You know, they could tile together. Can they? Yeah, they can. Gosh, I've had these for so long. I don't even remember where I got them. So they can go together perfectly like that, or they can be, you know, just separate. Michelle says, I remembered I had some chipboard and some ideology stuff. So, oh boy, let's see where this goes. Yeah, that's so great. So great. Yes, this is a great time to get out your crazy stash and just all the things. It could even be like a mesh bag from a citrus produce thing, you know, or egg carton, or, you know, any kind of recycled thing from your house. Anything, really, truly. It's super fun. And let's see, what do I want to do? No, I liked it there. Okay, we'll leave it there. So I sort of just do like a loose outline of what I'm gonna do, and maybe I want to take this one away. I don't know. I like that better, I think. Okay, and then so I've got some letters, so I could put them like upside down, sideways. Generally, if I'm gonna be working like this and making a background, I will have things go vertical or horizontal, but I'm not gonna like put stuff diagonal and all different ways, because that just, it makes it a little bit hard to move your eye through. Okay, so just keep it either horizontal or vertical. That's my best advice there. Ooh, look at this big letter. That could be interesting. And at this point, the letters are really shapes more than they are the letter, you know? So that's what I'm doing here. Let's see, what do I want in there? Maybe this M. That's kind of fun. And see how I'm just kind of filling in the space. Let's see what other letters we have in here. This F could be good. And I don't need to fill in all the space. Definitely not. And it's okay if it you know, it goes over the edge. You can either cut it off or you can leave it and let it be over the edge. That's fine. And sometimes if I'm doing something like this, I haven't done it in a long time, so I'm letting myself have a minute to sort of play and figure it out. But sometimes what I'll do is just start sticking right away and not and not like arrange and figure out, because I don't want to give myself, I want it to be more in the moment and just like go and do it, you know? So that's also a fun challenge you can give yourself if you want to. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, let's see. I'm almost there. I think I want something here. Maybe I want this. I don't know. Okay. Or upside down. No, I don't like that as much. Let's see. Maybe I want it to be over the B. Do I have smaller ones? I do not. Okay. You know what I do have? Hold on. Hold the phone. Wait a minute. Oh, man. Oh, shoot. I'm about to have an avalanche. 1 second. Here we go. Okay. I don't even know how to show you this. It's on wheels. Okay. All right. It's going to be okay. Everything just needs to show. Okay, let's see. Can I bring it up? Oh, yeah. Okay. Can you see in the little screen? Look at this baby. It's full of ephemera. So I'm going to put this next to me. It's got fibers and chipboard words and zippers and wood pieces. I used to do this stuff a lot more, so I have a lot of this, but it's been a while. So I'm really excited to give it another go. Ooh, check this out. Okay, hold on. I've got let me show you this one. This is a good one. Look at this. Ooh, I'm excited. Look at it's all metal pieces. Bottle caps, and look at, ooh, we could use this maybe as a focal point. Look at that pretty butterfly. I really like that. This like pretty frame. So all of these things, I keep all of these kind of things because for this particular kind of project, it's just perfect. Look at these, like they're stuck together, but there's a flower and a camera. Anyway, lots of stuff. So I've got all of this over here too. I probably have too much, but that's what I do. Okay. I'm going to start sticking because I'm getting into layers on layers and it's going to get crazy. So for this next step, excuse my reach here, but I need a brush that I don't care about. So if you're going to do what I'm doing here and you're using 3D match gel or really any kind of gel medium to stick down your project, you want to get a brush that you don't really care about, because no matter how well you clean it out later, maybe if you use like the artist soap stuff, you know, I forget what it's called right now, but that might be okay. But I have found that it kind of ruins your brush for paint after. So I have a few brushes that I just use just for this purpose. And so I'm gonna just, you could also use a palette knife or something, but I like the brush because we don't need a thick layer of this right now, okay? Because we're just sticking this to the board. We don't need it to be dimensional or anything. We just want it to stick and never ever go anywhere. So, so I'm just gonna start lifting the pieces and putting this glue down, and then and sticking all this down. Okay, then we can go to the next step. Is this fun? Do you guys like doing stuff like this? Let me know in the comments. If you're here live, or even if you're watching the replay. Um, you know, this kind of project I haven't done in a really long time, but it sure is fun for me anyway. Okay, here we go. And I like it. I think I like it because I love, like I was saying before, this goes back to the upcycling thing, you know. I love using the things I already have. And I mean, I love buying new things too, but like I love recycling and finding new ways to use something that is just like, I don't know, just has only ever had one kind of use. Wait, where does this go? What am I doing? There, that goes there. Okay. You know what I mean? So normally you use letters to spell a word or whatever, but now we're just going to use them as shapes, upside down, sideways, whatever. So that's fun. And then, you know, these little beads, like they probably go in some kind of floral arrangement to give it, you know, whatever, but who cares? We're going to use it as a little mini circle on our layout. So, and it's going to be painted and it's going to be beautiful. Okay. So this part is kind of, you know, just takes a minute. It's a little tedious, but it's important that you use a good strong glue. So I would say if you don't have this 3D match gel, use don't use like the thin gel you know, matte medium like that you would use for like tissue or whatever. That, I don't think that's strong enough. It needs to be a thicker gel type thing. So you could, I suppose, use, if it's just chipboard or words, or excuse me, not words, you know, chipboard or paper or something like that, you could use like a tacky glue. But if you're going to start sticking down resin or wood or metal, I don't know that that'll work as well. So, but if you're like not sure what kind of adhesive to use and you don't have some of the things I mentioned, just let me know and I could try to help you um, come up with something. Okay. Just let me know. I love trying to solve the problem. All right, this one gets a lot. I love this big letter. So it works because it's still a letter and it's still like an organic kind of shape like that, but playing with the size is also really fun and interesting um, for your composition. So, all right, it's going well, I think. Keep it going. And it's okay if some glue is coming out the sides, we'll deal with that. Just want to get it all stuck down. Anyway, how's your weekend been? Let me know. Did you do anything fun? Order or go buy any more Christmas presents if you celebrate. Okay, I'm just using my hand to press, make sure everything is down really well. I'm gonna pick up some of the excess glue before I put more down. And then I'm gonna assess, where am I at? Do I like what's here? Are there any spots where I think I need something? And what do I want to do next? Okay, so, okay, ooh, collage medium. Collage medium, yeah, that's the thicker gel type, right? Is that, that's the Tim Holtz one? If that's what it is, then you could use that for sure. As long as it's not like super thin, I think you'll be all right. Okay. So now I'm working with wood. So I definitely need a thicker glue for this. I think I'm going to put him right there. Okay. And then I kind of like these smaller little beads. And I was thinking I could use some of them around this other one to sort of support it a little bit, you know, have another similar shape. So I'm just going to shake a few out here and we'll see how that goes. These are like little clear beads. They have a flat bottom. So they will stick down onto the surface really easily. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue. I don't mind if they, you know, the glue squishes out the side. And I'm just gonna just randomly place them around this this bigger piece. Might put something inside here. I think this is gonna probably end up either supporting or being part of the focal point. So is that really where I want it to be? Let me think about that. Okay, let's see. I think so. I think I'm gonna not overthink it because I can easily overthink it. What about wood glue? Sure. If you're, I mean, tell me what materials you're gonna stick down. Wood glue could work. I don't know if it works with metal. So like, you know, it just depends on what you're sticking down. Um, but that could work. But the collage medium, is it the Tim Holtz one in the pot that's like a little bit thicker? Because that could work. That would work. I'm saying you could use that. Okay. Just gonna keep going with these here for a minute. These are fun. It's fun to add a little bit extra texture. You know, if you had any like glass beads, I do have some glass beads. I wonder if I know where they are. Because that would be fun to add as well. Fills in some of the gaps. I wonder, gosh, I know I have them. I'm just not sure if I know where they are in this moment. All right, I'm going to keep going because this is fun. I like what these look like. And it doesn't matter what color a thing is, you know, if you have like, um, you know, weird colors that don't really go together, because we're going to paint over all this. Yep, Tim Holtz brand. Yeah, just use that. It'll be fine. Yeah. And it's also like, this is a good experiment, right? So then you'll know. And if you find, like, if you've not, have you done something like this before? Just curious. If you haven't and you do it now and you're like, oh, this is so fun, I want to make more, then maybe order some 3D mat gel, you know, so you have it in the future. But definitely the collage medium should work for you today. I would just work with that and don't worry about it. And if you decide like you really like this and you want to do more, then maybe you can invest in some 3D mat gel. I mean, it's not that expensive. It's not like an investment. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Uh, okay, that's pretty good. Let's see. Maybe a couple more. One up here. And a lot of these things you can get pretty inexpensive in your craft store. You know, I guess Michael's now, or if you shop at Hobby Lobby. Nope, first time for everything. Yay! Oh, I'm so excited. That makes me so happy. Oh, I love it. Well, you'll have to let me know what you think about this kind of project. And, um, you know, as always, if it's your first time doing something, don't get discouraged if it doesn't turn out exactly the way you hoped, because we're all just here learning, right? Just let yourself have fun and play, and don't worry too much about how it's going to be in the end. I think I'm going to try to get one inside there. You think I can do it? Let's see. Put a little glue. Ooh, stay. It wants to stick to my finger because my finger's so full of glue right now. There we go. Ooh, that's kind of fun. We might not even see it in the end. It doesn't matter. That's the other thing too. People are always like, when we used to do these more, you do a lot of layers. And so sometimes some of the things that you started with, you don't even see in the end, you know, because it gets covered up with something else. And that's okay. You don't have to see every little bit. It all adds something to it. Look at all these fun little dots that I'm doing here. This is really fun. Okay, I'm going to stop with that for a minute. I think I'm good with it. I'm just pressing because some of this is wanting to come up. Okay, let's see. So I think my butterfly is going to be the focal point. We're definitely going to paint it, but look at sitting on top of that. Isn't that going to be, here, let me bring it closer because it's hard to see. But I think that's probably going to be, so far, that's what I'm thinking about. Okay, let's add some metal pieces. I'll put these letters away because I think I'm probably done with them. Although now I just saw this A here and I wonder if I should put it right there. That looks great to me. Okay, so we'll do one more letter and then I'll put the rest away. These are going to last me the rest of my life probably. There's so many in here, but I love it. This is why I don't throw things away either, because you never know when you're going to make a project like this. And also, along the way, it's going to look like you're going to be like, oh man, this is a hot mess. What am I doing? I can't do this. And you're going to second guess yourself and whatever. But don't worry, just trust the process and just keep going. You will get there, I promise. Okay? Just trust it. All right. Let's look at some of these metal pieces. What do we have in here? I've got some fun, like, bottle cap things. Some have letters, some don't. I really like this little frame. Okay, everything is kind of stuck together. How do we get that out? There we go. That's a cool frame. I don't know. Let's see. Let's dump out a little bit because I want to see what's down in here. Ooh, these clips are fun. These little binder clip things. Here's like a key, a little coin. So many things. All right. Ooh, this one says simplify. This is a Tim Holtz thing. That's pretty cool, huh? Okay. I'm gonna keep this out. I like this. Maybe that could go like right here. Oh, I love these too. I'm pretty sure these are Tim Holtz also. I've been a Tim Holtz addict for a couple decades, so these little pen nib, these are really nice for like adding, all of this stuff is just really building up around your focal point, building up your background. This says hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. Oh, I love that. We're not doing a bird though, but that's pretty cute. Oh, I have these arrows. So many good things. Okay. All right, let's see. So those are great. What else? What else is in here? I've got a lot of these coins. Now these can also just be like circles to fill in more of the background. These little key chuck things, whatever these are also great for adding layers and leading your eye. See, I don't know if this is what I'm going to do, but I'm just like putting stuff down and see how it's layering on each other. And again, remember, don't worry about the different colors or whatever. It's all going to be the same in the end. It's just about the shapes and how we bring it together and make things and build on each other. Ooh, this is a cool feather, or not a feather, a wing. That could be interesting. I don't know. All right. The other thing I wanted to look at, oh, this heart is so pretty. There's some hearts in here. Ooh, there's like metal flowers. These are so old. Most of these things you probably can't get anymore, and I'm sorry, but you have stuff in your stash, I'm sure. So just raid your stash and see what you can find. I'm gonna go down one more layer because I've got 3 layers of this thing here, and I want to see what's at the bottom. Oh yes. Okay. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. Here we go. Here's one more thing I want to show you. Sorry, we're definitely going to go over today. So if you can't stay for past the hour, that's no problem, but I'm going to keep going and you guys can always watch the replay. But check this out. I've got some resin pieces. Okay, they're coming out of their containers, but look at, I've got like timepieces. These are Prima. Look, here's the full set. Those are fun, right? And I've got some like resin type flowery things. I've got a big frame. There's so many things and so many ways you can use all of them. Oh, and then I have all of these. Oh, this looks like the Halloween collection, but yeah, his chipboard words. Yeah, I do love some Tim Holtz for sure. So those are fun. Maybe I'll use some of these clock pieces. I was hoping there was more variety, but that's okay. We've got a clock if we want it. Okay, put that back. Let's see. I also have a bunch of these. These we would probably add in at the end just because they're they're printed bits, but maybe I could find some like accent ephemera pieces, to include. There's the people, all of that fun stuff. Look at this cute girl. Love her. She could be part of the end focal point. Maybe she's over here, I don't know, with the butterfly over here. That could be super cute. Or I could do like add some flowers or something. Actually, I kind of like that flower. Well, I'm going to keep this out. Okay, and I like this girl. I kind of want to put her, I'm going to put her up here. And also, I just saw my stamp. I forgot I have to use my Starburst stamp on here somewhere. So, okay, So many choices. It can get overwhelming, but it's going to be all right. So we have a key, or we have the keyhole. Think we need the key as well, but I kind of want it to go this way and be over here. So this is the part, I'm gonna put that aside, where I just start like putting all the pieces in place. And at this point, I can definitely quickly overthink everything. So I'm going to just start sticking. And this is where I'm using some metal pieces and some resin and stuff. So I definitely want to put a little bit thicker a bit of glue, and I can wipe away what comes out, the goobers that come out the side. So no, don't worry about that. Just stick it down. Make sure it's in place. Make sure it's not going anywhere. And you can always clean up the mess after. Okay. Okay, I like that. So one tip I can give in this part of the process is do not overthink. Don't overthink it. Whoops. Just go with it. Just do it. You've got a minute to move it. If you put it down, you're like, ooh, that's really not what I wanted. You can move it. Don't worry about the glue. But just don't overthink it. Just play. Okay. All right. I'm going to clean up some of this glue so there's not like big goobery messes. It's okay for the glue to be over the top of it too. It's going to really help it hold in place. And remember, we're going to gesso over all of this. So I got to stick this A down. I forgot all about this little A that I added later. Isn't this fun? I really love doing this. Man, it's been so long since I did a project like this. I hope this is fun for you guys. Let me know in the comments if it is fun, or if you're like, I'm kind of over that. It's totally fine. Whatever. I just want to know. I think it is a really great way to use your stash too and do some upcycling. So I'm all for it. Okay. Just putting glue all around because it's sitting on top of those little bubble things. And so I just want to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. There we go. That should be good once it dries. And then this key, it is a little bit trickier with metal pieces. So you just want to take your time and make sure. There we go. And then I'm going to clean up the goobers, but also kind of glue over the top so it stays down. Okay. I think if I add too much more, we're going to go way over time. So I probably should be good. Try to dry this a little bit and then gesso it, and then we can start adding our focal point and stuff. So let me stop here. I definitely could add a lot more. Should I do a clock? I kind of want a clock. Hold on. Maybe this is the last thing. Yeah, I think I do want the clock. Sorry. One more thing. Where's my paper towel? There we go. Putting a lot of glue on the back of this. How are you doing? Are you holding up okay? How's your are you doing something like this? How's your composition? Do you have any questions? Oops, I kind of wanted to overlap both of those things. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Whew. All right. It's going to be great. You just got to trust it. Need more glue under there. Okay. Ooh, I almost put that paintbrush in my coffee. That would be bad. All right. And then I need to put this on, I think it's going to go on here. Let's see. Or this way. Or not at all. Oh yeah, we definitely need this. Okay. So we'll just put the glue around the edge here. Okay, there we go. Just got a base to stand on, and then we got to put the butterfly down because that is our focal point. Put a decent amount of glue just on the body part, and then we're going to stick it down. And then I'm going to try to clean off my brush a little bit, and I'm going to really get her down and also make sure it's not going to go anywhere and get the excess glue. Looking good. I love this. It's going to be so great. Here, let me show you up close where we are right now. Looks a hot mess, doesn't it? But look at all the dimension. This is really fun. So normally I would let this sit and dry, and it takes a while, but we're going to use the heat gun, and we're going to try to keep going because I really want to show you something kind of finished. Let's see. Michelle says, I was able to get my tag cut out and first layer of gesso on. I'm going to paint my tag and then glue stuff since I have a small area. Yeah, that's great. Whatever process you want to use is great. So let me know though if you have any questions about, placement or how to do any of the other stuff. I'm happy to help, even if it's like after we're done live and you're just doing it on your own and you're like, oh, this isn't working, or I have a question or whatever. Feel free for anyone if you're trying this. It's so much fun. I really highly recommend it. Just give it a go and see what you come up with and share it, please. Do we need a little heart? Oh. Okay, I'm going to add this heart too because it's so cute. Another really good place to find fun stuff to add is Goodwill. Do I want it? Okay, we're just going to let it be there and put some glue underneath. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Goodwill is a great place to find little like trinkets and things that people have just decided is garbage. It's not garbage. My butterfly moved, and I want to make sure it's down really well. So here we go. Get some of this extra glue out, and then we're going to dry this. It really is best if you can just let it sit and dry. I mean, it's not hurting anything to dry it or to use the heat gun, but it also is like, takes a little while. So, but we're going to go. All right. I'm going to put this stuff away, and then we'll dry it a little bit and see where we are. So much fun. Yeah, we're definitely going over a little bit, but I'll try to wrap it up soon. Okay. Put this stuff away. That's good. And then I used one of these, but not very many. That's all right. You know what? I also found just now, or I just noticed it anyway. I have this. So we could pick a word or a phrase or something that's in here. Let me put these away too. To go on here at the very end. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. Just read a few of them. Ooh, there's other fun goodies in here too. Some of these letters. These are all definitely Tim Holtz things, but we're not going to use these right now because that doesn't really fit with what we're doing. Some resin or plastic numbers. Okay. Love This Life. Oh, Stay Curious. I kind of love that one. You can help me pick though. I love This Life and I love Stay Curious. We're gonna put this one back somewhere. Put it in here. Okay, let's see. Seek, Create Art. So many good ones. I forgot all about these. Creativity Takes Courage. That's really long. Hope is Never Lost. That's kind of long too. I think we need it to be not super long. I don't know where it's going to go yet, but Follow Your Heart is pretty good. It's a little bit long, but yeah, let's see. I really like Stay Curious. What do you think? Okay. I don't want some of the bigger words. Embrace the Journey. That's pretty fun too. Okay. Put some of these back. Okay. Cool. So many good ones. Believe in Yourself. Seek is good. Yes. Okay. Here we go. So there's some choices. I'm going to leave those out and we can decide later. Okay. Yeah, it'll just depend too on like where we're going to put it, how much space we have, all that. I think I'm done with this glue for now. So I'm going to put this away. Okay, I'm going to have another sip of my coffee. Okay, here we go. This is like the hardest part, is getting your composition down and sort of just getting it all stuck. So I'm going to try to at least sort of dry it enough so that we can keep going. Okay. It does normally take a while to fully dry, but we'll be all right. And another thing, I don't have them close by, but oh, maybe I do. Hold on. I just saw something in my corner of my eye here. Oh no, it's not your powder. Never mind. Okay. Oh wait. We might have something. 3D balls. Yeah, these are the tiny ones. Okay. So I do have some PowerTex. PowerTex is a great product and a whole nother world of stuff, but they make these little 3D balls, they're called, and they're super tiny. Look at, they're almost like glass beads. Can you see? Oh, it's okay there. See that? This is a really great filler as well. I don't know if I'm going to use it today, but that is a great way to fill in some of the space and give you a little bit more texture. I might have to do a longer video to really talk about like all of the things that you can do with this kind of a project. It just doesn't really fit into an hour live, but I definitely wanted to just at least give you a taste of it, especially if you've never done it before. You know, it can be really, really fun if you just let yourself sort of go with the flow and don't be too worried about all the details, because it does really all come together in the end. But I would say the thing that people probably struggle with the most is composition, and then having the right glue to stick it all down, that kind of thing. So I'm happy to help with any of that. Whew, hot. I really want to start putting gesso down, but it also is still kind of moving around. So I'm going to be careful. Okay. I've got white gesso. I'm going to use white gesso. If you have a thick gesso, a heavy, do I have a heavy white? Prima and Finavere make a heavy gesso, white and black, for these kind of projects specifically, but those will work the best because they have the best, give you the best coverage, like in one coat. But this is, I would say, medium. It's more regular gesso, but it'll still be fine. So just get your brush, load it up, and just start covering. But Michelle, sounds like you already did gesso on your first layer, so that's great. Once you start sticking your layers down, like this kind of stuff, you'll probably need to do another layer of gesso, which is totally fine. There's no wrong way to do any of this. This is just like preference, and it also depends on just your process and how many layers you're going to have and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just this first layer, I just want to make sure everything is covered and get all the cracks and crevices. And then I'll go back over it and kind of smooth some of the paint strokes. But again, that's preference, because you could leave the paint strokes messy too, because that also adds some like interesting texture to it. So it all is just whatever feels good for you and your project, and depending on what you're doing. Also, I'm doing white gesso, but black gesso is also very great and fun to use, and just gives you a totally different vibe and feel. So, and there's color gessos and all sorts of stuff. So you get to decide. But for today, I'm just doing white so we can put some fun, bright colors on here and see. Now I'm going over some of the spots where I have, these pieces, this metal and these pieces that I stuck down with the glue, and I'm trying to be just a little bit more gentle because they're not totally dry. Now, if you were just doing this on your own and you had all the time in the world and not an hour live, I would recommend maybe putting all your pieces together, your layers, and then walking away or working on something else, setting it aside for a while, for at least an hour or two, or maybe like till tomorrow, and then come back to it and then do your gesso and then keep going, because you really want to let it have time to set. Now you can see I'm going over this and it's okay. It's not really moving that much. I did put the heat gun on it for a little bit. It's not totally dry, and if I really tried, I could move any of these pieces except for the chipboard stuff. So, but again, just for the sake of the live, I wanted to try to keep going here. So I'm just trying to be really careful when I cover these parts right now. So just a tip for you, if you're doing it at home and you're just like, you're not doing it on camera or whatever, then just take your time, set it aside, let it really dry, work on something else or go do other things and come back to it later. Okay. Getting close here. It also is really helpful if you take your time and in this gessoing part and really get in all the little cracks and make sure you cover all of it. And the reason we gesso, so I haven't talked about that, and maybe if you've not done this before, maybe you're like, why are we even putting this paint over? I mean, other than to make it all the same color, that's important because the next thing we're going to do is paint over it and really kind of bring it all together. But gesso is also really important because it is a primer and it sort of neutralizes everything. So this is shiny metal, right? So if you were going to try to put some art spray over it, it's just going to bead and fall right off if you don't gesso it, right? But we're going to put gesso on it. And then if we put some art spray or paint or whatever, something else on top of it, now it's going to accept that color, and then that butterfly is going to turn into whatever color we make it because we put the primer on. So that is the other reason why we gesso, is just to sort of neutralize all of the surfaces, metal or resin or cardboard or whatever, so that they behave the way we want them to when we add our art mediums and sprays and paints and all the other things, waxes, whatever you got. So I'm just trying to get back under here. I like the gesso step of this process. It's really kind of, I don't know, if you're doing it by yourself and you can just be quiet and kind of do it, it's sort of like meditative, because you just like are going through and making sure it's all covered, and I don't know, you don't really have to think too much about what you're doing. You're just covering everything and it feels good. It's nice. Okay, this is looking really good. So I've gone over one layer. I am gonna zap it with the gun here so I can try to dry most of it. And then I'm gonna go over it with one more layer and smooth out some of the brush strokes and just make sure it's fully covered. So we're just gonna do this real quick. How are you doing? Let me know how it's going. Let me know if you have any questions or if you're struggling with any step. Okay. All right. I'm going to go over one more time. It's going to be really nice and white and bright. And it's going to be ready for some color. So then after this, we're going to add some pigments and some color. So maybe some art spray, maybe the infusion stuff, maybe if you were here a couple days ago, I got out those liquid acrylics from Prima. That's what those were made for this kind of a project. So maybe I'll get those out and show you, how that works. But really, whatever you have will work. Okay. So if you have acrylic paint, or if you have watercolor paint, or you have art spray, or gouache, or whatever. Okay. It's all going to work if you're gessoing like this and you're getting your surface ready. You could use whatever you want. And I encourage you to play with different mediums, different kinds of paints and things like that, because you never know what you're going to like, right? I might do it one way and that's my way that I like to do it, but maybe you're like, "Ooh, I'm going to try this other thing and it's going to be more your style." So I encourage you to try your thing. Some people like to just follow what someone else is doing the first time they do it, just to sort of get a handle on it. And that's great. And that's totally fine. And I sometimes do that too, just because I don't want to think about, what my way might be. I just kind of want to learn the process. And that's totally fine. And other people are like, well, this is great, but I kind of just really want to do this other thing. And that's great too. So figure out what's good for you, how you learn best. And, I don't want you to get overwhelmed or anything. So if you find like, I'm just going to try to copy this first time, totally do that. Okay. That's absolutely fine. But if you really just want to do your own thing and do it your way from the start, that's beautiful as well. There's no wrong way to do it, okay? Okay, see how much brighter and whiter it is already? I don't know if you can tell. It's it's going and really fun. I'm so glad to hear that, Michelle. Look at how this is coming together. And now it's like it's all white, right? And I'm going to do a little bit more over the butterfly. But look, we still got our dimension. It's so fun. Once we start adding color to this, everything is going to just like come to life. And you'll finally, if you're in this stage or even before this and you're like, oh man, I don't know, wait till you start adding your color. It just really takes it up to the next level. It's amazing. It's exciting. It's very exciting. This is making me want to make more of these because it's been so long since I've done anything like this. And it's so fun. Hold on. I got a glob of paint under here. I kind of want to clean it up. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I think I'm done with my gesso. Oh, wait, let me do a little bit more right here. I got in all the little cracks. I evened out the paint, the brushes, brush strokes, and really that second layer of paint really made it nice and bright and white. Okay, so now I'm done with that. I'm going to dry it and I'm going to start to bring out some colors that I want to use over top. I do kind of want to, do I know where that is? Hold on. It was so close and now I don't. I kind of want to bring those liquid acrylics back to show you. But, oh, here they are. But also, I don't know, because if you don't have these, I don't want you to feel like you can't do it. So let me think about that for a minute. Oh, we also have to use my stamp, and I do have an idea for that, but that will come in later. It is a really good idea. So the process for this particular kind of project is you get all of your 3D elements, okay? You build your base, which we did, okay? You build up your foundation and your layers and you do all that. Then you gesso it, okay? Then at this point, you start adding color. So it could be a spray, acrylic paint, all the things we talked about. Then once you've added your color and you're feeling pretty good about the base color, and even some maybe accent colors, then you can go over top of it with some smaller like texture stamps, and you can stamp over it to add more layers, more dimension, more texture. And then you can go in and refine and do your final touches. And then if you're going to add like, a word like stay curious or something like that, or you're gonna maybe add this girl but you don't want to paint over her, like those final touches. And that's really the process. So it once you know the layers and how to like build up and get to the end goal, it really is not that difficult. I think when you just look at something that has a bunch of layers and a bunch of stuff going on, in the beginning, it can kind of feel a little bit intimidating because you're like, I have no idea how to get from where I am to this, but when you break it down and you just are able to just see like step by step, this is how you do it. And every time you do this, you'll make something different. And it's just so exciting and fun and really, really kind of addictive. For a long time, I was making them often because it just is so much fun and it's so different every time. Anyway, all right, it is really important at this point, before we start adding any color, to have the gesso dry, because otherwise it's just going to make a mess. All right, so just take a moment, make sure that your gesso is nice and dry. Have a sip of coffee. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. I'm gonna pick some colors. I'm really am kind of drawn to some of the Dina gloss sprays. I think those will look really nice on here. I also love the sterling, but I have the ancient too, and I have other colors I could go get. Oh, Tisha's here. Hi, Tish. How are you? So glad you made it. I'm gonna watch the replay, but this looks like fun. Yeah, definitely watch the replay and maybe get some supplies out. It's Sunday. I don't know what you got going on, but I think it's a good day to make a fun project. So, but thanks for coming to hang out. Okay, I've got yellow. I mean, this could be really fun. Let's see, maybe I'm gonna do this. I think, what if I do these colors? Just blackberry, lemon, peacock, and sterling. Here, let me show you the bottoms. They're a little darker than what they're showing there because I need to mix them up more. But I really am kind of digging these colors right now. Okay, I'm gonna do it. So the silver might be I don't know. It's going to be an accent color, I think. Okay. Okay. I think I have a plan. I'm going to give these a really good shake. I think I might save these infusions for another day. Maybe tomorrow. What's tomorrow's project? Let me see. Where's my list? Chipboard. Gel plate. Okay. Tomorrow's gel plate. That's going to be fun. We'll definitely use these soon, but I don't know if I want to use them on this. Not today. Okay, I'm almost there. I gotta keep shaking. Okay, I'm about to make a big old mess. You know how it is when you spray. So let me get a piece of paper, something. Actually, we're gonna get some good paper because we could use it after. So let me get a piece of this. Just gonna rip it right out of here. All right. Here we go. Oh no, please don't avalanche. There we go. Okay. I don't want to waste this spray. It's my favorite. Okay, I'm going to start with the Peacock, which is the lighter of the two. These are going to be the base, and I'm going to add some yellow accent. Maybe the butterfly might be yellow too. I'm not sure. And we'll go from there. So let's just, I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going for it. Oh, yay. I'm so excited. I'm sorry. This is like, dang it. This is my favorite part because this is when all of the details start to come to life, and it's kind of addictive. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, I need to make like 37 more projects because it's too much fun. And don't worry about adding too much spray. Get in there. Yeah. Isn't this blackberry gorgeous? Like absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let's come back. Where's my peacock? I need to do a little bit more. I love the gloss spray when it does this like weird pooling or like burst of thing where the color goes away a little bit. I just need to spin this so I make sure. Okay, and then I'm gonna tip it up and down like this so it starts to like blend a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, I think I've unleashed a beast here because I can't even stand it. I love it so much. Okay, I need a little bit I need a little bit of this right here. I don't want any super white spots. So this, tipping it back and forth like this when you're doing a couple different colors together, it helps it helps the transition. It helps to blend a little and give you like sort of an ombre effect. Look at this. Isn't this color insane? Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with it. I'm so in love with it. Okay. Okay. Let's dry. Oh man. And then another really cool thing is once you do this like first color layer, uh, and like let's say you've done all the color you want, it's also really great to get some waxes. Maybe see if I can find my gold wax or the silver, or you could paint it on. I've got my silver. Actually, we're gonna do sterling silver. I forgot about that. So yeah, you can do some silver or whatever kind of color you want and add some little highlights and bring out even more detail. It's amazing. It's so exciting. And I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I hope that you guys love it just as much as I do. It's just so much fun. I hope that you give this a try and see where it takes you. So I do want a little bit of yellow. I've dried this mostly, so it's not going to go anywhere. And I kind of want to put little drops of yellow here and there. And like right here. Okay. That's interesting. And then I want to use this yellow to do the butterfly. Still not totally stuck down. So I'm going to get a paintbrush. Where's my paintbrush? Let's see, what do I want to use? Sorry for my reach here. Here, this one should be good. Okay, so I'm going to open this and then I'm just going to dip my paintbrush inside here. Is this a Dina one? It is. It's a Dina brush. And then I'm going to color. I might have to do acrylic paint actually, because it's not covering the other colors. But this is a good first layer, first coat. But I think I'm going to have to go even harder here. Let's see. Let's get some splatters. Splatter is thicker, right? And so it's going to show up a little bit better. I just want to have a little bit of yellow here and there, especially on those darker colors. It's super pretty. Almost put that in my coffee again. It's good. My coffee's almost done, so that's good. Let me dry this a little bit. It is good to dry the layers in between. Isn't this fun? Oh, I love it. Adding the color just brings it all to life. It's like so amazing. All right. Okay, let me get some yellow paint. Let's see. Maybe this. I'm gonna try this. Oh, there we go. It's almost gone. All right, let me get my brush back. I just had to clean it here. I don't have, do I have a paper towel somewhere? Ooh, I got a right mess over here. It's perfect. Okay. So yesterday when we made this, if you missed yesterday, you need to go back and watch the replay. We made this cute card, and that's my owl stamp for yesterday's stamp project. But during that live, I said, if you guys want any of my anything we create here together during the month, well, especially that card, but any of it, let me know in the comments. And at the end of the month, when we're done with Advent season, I will take all the names of people who want stuff, and I'm gonna I was gonna draw a name for that one specifically, but I think what I'm gonna do is just anybody that wants any of the projects we made. If you have a specific one you want, you could let me know, and I'll try to get it to you. Unless everybody wants it, then I'll have to draw names. But I was gonna just send the projects to people because why not? It's fun. Okay, look at that's so cute, and it really took the paint nicely. Okay, that's good. I'm digging that. Let's see. Let's keep going. Some of it still is drying. Let's see if I know where wax is right away. I feel like I do, but hold on. Just give me 1 second. Keep working on your project. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Shoot. Oh, what's this? Okay, that's not what I wanted. Oh, wait. Oh, yes. I'm so happy. So happy. Look what I found. Silver wax. Look at this. This is from Pabeo. Ooh, it's so good. This is really going to bring out some more texture too. Okay. And I kind of love the smell, even though it's like a petroleum type of smell. Probably not good for you, but for some reason I like it. Okay, here, let me bring this close. Can you see all the detail? I love how the spray like settles in the cracks. It helps you to see all the things better. Look at all this. How fun is that? All right, before we add the wax and the final detail, we need to decide, well, I need to use my stamp, okay? So I need to do that, and I'm going to do that with Stays On because this is like glossy and stuff, and so it needs to be something. But ooh, or could I use Versafine Clear? I kind of want to color, so I don't know. Let me think. We could try Versafine Clear. Let me see. I'm standing up because I need to get ink colors. I kind of want yellow, but I doubt that that's going to show up on there. Oops, wrong. Hold on. Sorry, I gotta reach way back here to get some colors out. If this doesn't work, then I might just do black. Yeah, let's see. Let me just, it kind of works. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna stick though. Curious, very curious. Let's just do black because I know that will work, and I don't want to mess up our lovely project that we've got going on here. Okay, so I've got, thank you so much. Stays On Jet Black. And this is my stamp I carved for today for star. I just did little star bursts. And it's just gonna like create a little bit of extra texture. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put some right here. Try not to move too much. Yeah, you can't see it very well there. I'm going to put it on some lighter spots too. Maybe right here. Okay. Let's do it this way and do the smaller ones on this guy so you can see them a little bit better. Cool. Maybe do one down here on the F. It's just adding an interesting kind of like weird pattern. It doesn't look like the starburst, which is totally fine. Let's see, I kind of want it. Let's go this way. Put it on the A. It's fun if you have like, ooh, that's a good one. Okay, nice. I like that. It's fun if you have like a little scripty word or something, or yeah, this is good. Let me get another one though, because ooh, can I reach it? We're gonna try. You might shake for a second, and I'm very sorry. Oof, I don't know if I can reach it. I really want it though. Okay, Cassie, focus. You got this. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, maybe I can't do it. Okay. Okay, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I tried so hard. I would have to move a bunch of stuff to get to it. So we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go with what we got. Okay. Good. I like that. Let's see. What's my next step? Okay, I think I am okay. Well, let's do some of this. I want to do some splatter with this silver. Really got to give it a good shake, but I am going to open it this way anyway. So let's do, it's going to look really great on the, on that darker color too. And I'm just kind of going everywhere because I love the splatter. And this silver is so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. I think I did it on a recent project, right? And so you got to see it there. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let that go. Let that dry. Let's dry it actually because I want to do wax next, and I think we'll be done, and then we'll add our word and decide if we're adding anything else. And then we'll be done. And oh, we went way over, but thanks for hanging out with me. It's a fun, hopefully lazy Sunday for you. Hopefully. Okay, it's almost dry. Let's do some of this wax. So really what you should do, what I will do to show you, so I can show you the right way to do this. I have dipped my finger right in here and it's okay, but it is actually better if you don't, because your finger has oils and things on it, and over time it could, on some kinds of waxes and things, it could cause mold, because it's a biological thing, right? So it's a good practice to just like scoop out a little bit of the wax and put it on your palette or wherever you're working. And I mean a little bit, a little tiny, tiny bit goes a long way. This pot of wax, even if I used it every day, would last me like 10 years, and I'm not joking. And I've had this for a long time and it doesn't, get hard or whatever. So you can use it for a very long time. So, and then you can dip your finger in, and your finger really is the best way to apply the wax. So if you don't like getting your finger dirty, you could try another way. You could try a sponge or a brush or something, but this really is the best way to do it. So anyway, those are my tips. And now I'm just very lightly going over some of the details, and you will see very quickly how it brings forward all of these little textures. And it really is the finishing touch to your project. And you can do as much or as little as you want. It's your project, of course. But it's so good. I can't even tell you. It's so good. Anywhere you want a little bit of a highlight. So you don't have to cover the whole thing like these little balls down here. Just do a little like corner of it. So like wherever the light would hit it, you know? Here, let me show you what I've got so far. Let's see, you can really see it on this one down here. Some of these textures are a little, yeah, see here? Can you see like on the keyhole? Here, let me do one that I haven't done yet. Let's find. So over here, we've got some balls. You can't really see them that well because it's dark over there and whatever, but if I bring some of this silver polish in, this silver wax, and I just kind of go over, see now where the light hits it, you've got a little silver um, bit of highlight. Okay, look at this, where that heart is. There's some writing on that heart. You can't see it until you put some wax on it. Now you can read that writing. Yeah. Look at this, this pen. All right. So really take your time and and really lightly brush over it. Okay. And even I want this edge to be really silvery. So I'm going to take my finger and okay, and see how this part of this edge is just dark and just whatever. I'm going to roll over it with my finger. And now look at that beautiful silvery edge. So take your time. All right. If you don't have any wax, get some wax. Find your favorite. This one is Pabeo gilding wax, but any kind of gilding wax will do. Maybe get a gold and a silver to have in your stash, or if you like copper or rose gold or whatever kind of metally kind of color you like, or you think that you're going to use, get one or two and just start to play. Especially if you're going to do more projects like this, it really is a fun way to finish it and to help bring out some more textures. So also, let me show you, like around this is a pattern thing right here, one of those chipboard pieces, but it's hard to see the edges. So really lightly, you just go around it, and now I've got some more definition there, you know? Oh, it's just so addictive. I hope this is fun. Okay, I'm done with my tag. Wonderful, Michelle. I'm totally going to do more of this on a larger surface. Yeah, and that's great. I mean, I think that's great that you started with something smaller so you can even see if you like it, or, just try your hand at it. And the fact that you like it, yes, go get a larger surface. Go, like I said in the beginning, you don't have any chipboard, go raid your recycle bin or your cupboard, eat those crackers or the cereal, and get the box board from it and cut it up into whatever shape you want and make something. I mean, it doesn't have to be something that's purchased. This month especially is all about crafting your stash and just taking what you have around your house or in your art room and making it work, using it. So I'm just going around all of the raised edges and adding a little tiny bits of silver just to bring out some more of the texture, and it kind of brightens it up a little bit too. So okay, I'm almost done, and then I'll show you the final. So fun. This was really fun. I definitely want to make more. Maybe I'll do a full-length YouTube video. Would you guys like that? Would you watch it? It'd be kind of long probably, but I could walk you through this process and like each, how to go through each step, and give you tips on like how to do each part of it, and maybe some pitfalls and stuff like that. Okay, I think I'm pretty good. Is this dry? Yes. Let's do a little bit on the butterfly here. Yeah, so good. Just gonna go on like the edges of the wings. I don't want to cover up the yellow. I just want to accent some of the texture and bring it out. Even I forgot there's a frame underneath here. So even going on the edge of the frame, yeah, that brings it out even more. So yeah, don't be afraid to just play and really give yourself a minute to, this is also really therapeutic. Anyway, here we go. Let me show you close up. Look at how much brighter and how much more detail. Look at in this clock, all of that detail that came out because I put the wax on top. Isn't that great? Oh, I love this. Very, very fun. Love the colors. This is super fun. This got me motivated and fired up again to like do more of these kinds of projects. Yes, indeed. Are you saying that for the video? Because I'll definitely do a YouTube long form video for this. You guys could like just a pre-recorded one you could go and watch um, and make for yourself. Yeah, I would love to do that. That sounds fun. So here we go. So I do want to add a phrase. So let's just pick that. I did have this girl, but she doesn't really go anymore. And so I'm going to let her be on another project, but I do want to add some kind of phrase or something to this. So I kind of like stay curious, but where does it go? Here, I can put this down. So I think it goes down here somewhere, but hold on. There's other good ones. Believe in yourself is good. Embrace the journey is really good, but I feel like it's too long. Love this life. That's nice. Do you think it goes here? Does it go? Ooh, maybe it goes right down there. I kind of like the placement of that. What do you guys think? Yes, for full length video. Okay, help me pick a word. Love this life. Here, let me show you close up. That's what that looks like. Or we also have seek. It could just be one little word down there. That kind of fits and is cool. We have stay curious. That goes off the side, but I could make it be up further. Stay curious. That's a really fun one. I think we're going to go with one of those three. Help me pick. And then we're all done. Thanks so much for hanging out for so long. This is a longer live, but I really had a great time. I hope you did too. And of course, okay, Tish likes seek. Michelle, do you have an opinion or should we go with that? I like seek. I think it fits nicely in this spot right here. Yeah. Okay, let's go with it. Thank you for your input. I'm going to get the 3D matte gel back out to put this on. If you have trouble, if you want 3D matte gel and you have trouble finding it online, I could put some on my website. I do have like 4 or 5 jars. I had it, I think, when I was selling kits, and I had it for some kits, and I just had some extra left over, and also I just like to have it around. But let me know, and I could put it on the website if you want to get some. But you probably can also find it in lots of places. Actually, before I put this down, ooh, I lost my, hold on. Maybe we'll just do it after. I think I want to put some silver around it because it feels like it's standing out a little bit and not, we need to integrate it a little bit more with the rest of what's happening. So I'm just going to get, oh, my hands are so silvery, a little bit of silver just to like go around the edges, just to help it be part of everything. Yeah, that looks so good. Okay, here we go. Perfection. Oop. Oh, that looks so good. I love it. This is so much fun. So much fun. You guys got me all fired up. I woke up with a headache and I was like, how am I going to do this? And now my headache is gone and all I want to do now is make art all day. Okay, here we go. Let me show you close up. We're all done. You could even put some jewels in the butterfly. I mean, those are like extra added details, but this is this, oops, there we go. It's nice and flat. Okay, good. Look at this. How fun. I would hang this on the wall. I think it's so fun and pretty. Let me get as close as I can so you can see the details. I'll take some close-up pictures too and post it um, in the group so you guys can see a little bit closer what's going on. And see how the letters are just shapes? Really cool. All right. Okay. Whew. That was a long one, but it felt like 10 minutes to me because I had so much fun. But this is really, really fun. I'm going to let it dry the rest of the way, and then I'll put it on the wall and show you what it looks like. Hi, Carol. Thanks so much for joining. We just finished. This was a long one, but we made a 3D project on the um, on Chipboard. Today was Chipboard, and just so I can show you, this is my star stamp for the day. So share your stamps if you're carving, or share your project if you made a chipboard project with me now, or if you do one later on. Make sure to share it in the group. I want to see everybody's stuff. Okay. Happy Sunday. Thanks for hanging out with me for so long. This is a long one, but I really had so much fun, and this gave me some ideas for other YouTube videos I can make for you guys. So keep the ideas coming to me. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you want more of. And thanks, Carol. I appreciate it. And have a great rest of your Sunday. Okay. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.